Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new segment called DG Current Affairs. It's part of Titji-Talks, but now we have a segment called Titji-Talks. If I said before, we'll be looking at current affairs locally and globally. For now, I'm not alone. I am with one of my close friends, Mr. Ndlovu. Mr. Ndlovu.
Abashwe.
Yeah, Mr. Ndlovu is me, will be assisting me in carrying out these talks with you, ladies and gentlemen. So let's start with the local news, Mr. Ndlovu. I want us to talk about Plumtree. As we all know, Scarlet Plumtree, we live in Plumtree. We all know Plumtree is a border town. Plumtree is a border town. And since COVID-19, in 2019, right?
2020.
2020.
It was 2020.
So
yeah.
2020, since 2020, we have received, or let me say, allegedly.
Allegedly, everything is allegedly. Everything is allegedly.
Even if it's true.
Even if it's true, even if it's a lie, it is allegedly.
So, allegedly, since COVID-19 in 2020, Plumtree has received high crime rates. High crime rates. This, yes. I think this is the first time we have witnessed a high crime rate such as this in Plumtree. We have people carrying out machetes, people invading people's houses. We have apparently, allegedly, even if it's true,
allegedly,
Plumtree produced one of the top criminals.
Are we talking about who we're talking about?
Yes, we're talking about who we're talking about.
Are we talking about you know who?
Yeah, we know who.
We know who.
We know who.
And I believe people from Plumtree know who.
Yes, they know who.
People from Plumtree know who we are talking about.
People who don't know. Yes, yes, we know.
People who don't know, you know.
You know.
We know.
Because this person escaped from prison. Is it a prison, by the way, that side?
It's more like but it is a prison. It is a prison because it's a prison, but it's not for those high-end criminals.
It's for prison for detainees, and
yes,
people are detained.
Yes, people are detained.
I want to let's brainstorm this, Mr. Ndlovu. This is the first time that has happened in Plumtree.
For someone to break out of prison,
yes. So I want to understand: is Plumtree, due to that incident, is now Plumtree producing criminals, real end criminals?
We cannot put Plumtree among the like Zimbabwe's top lists of like high end criminals. But now we're talking of Plumtree as in from the Plumtree we know. Plumtree we knew.
We grew up to.
Yes, we didn't have things like this. We did the Plumtree we knew. We didn't have like murderers. We didn't have, allegedly, we didn't have people who would kill and then people who we live with.
Okay.
People who are just killing,
especially in town. In the rural areas.
In rural areas, it's another story, of course. But the people who we know, the people we can say I know that guy. I was shopping from that guy's shop, whatever. And then you hear stories about that guy, and you even see things. We didn't have that as Plumtree, but now since 2020, since COVID, it's on a rise. It's on a what's that? It's on a
with this, it's no longer safe anymore.
It's no longer safe.
Plumtree is no longer safe.
Yes, because you see all those drones. You see drones flying around looking for people, running around carrying machetes.
But isn't a border town supposed to be somehow unsafe?
Yes, it is. The border town is supposed to be unsafe. Because
Plumtree is the only border town, I can say Plumtree is the only border town that is safe in Zimbabwe.
Plumtree is Plumtree is in its own universe, Plumtree is in its own Zimbabwe. Have you ever seen even all the natural disasters that come across in Zimbabwe? You see floods, you see earthquakes. You see Zokwa, there was a whatever it happened in Mashonaland, whatever. But in Plumtree, we don't see all of that. We don't see all of it. So I can say Plumtree is we are alone, but now we are now being included. So in a way, we are being included to the Zimbabwe that is Zimbabwe.
Right.
But at the same time, it's not the good involvement. You know what I'm talking about?
I feel like people should be safe I sometimes wonder if I carry my phone coming to you and going back home at 10, is it safe for me? Is it safe for me
right now it's
carry
not.
my phone?
Current state of is it's not.
It's not safe.
It's no longer safe to do that.
People of Plumtree should be safe, because Plumtree is no longer safe, guys. Criminals are everywhere in these days in Plumtree. Break-ins, robberies. It's no longer safe.
It's no longer safe in Plumtree. It's no longer safe. I think we should have, like, if the criminals are carrying machetes, we should be carrying machetes as well.
We fail to identify who's the criminal.
Well,
but I feel like people should. People should
join.
Weaponize.
People should weaponize, but at the same time, weaponizing.
We're giving freedom to
we're now it's like we'll be saying it's now okay to do all these things, because now in self-defense you can even do it yourself.
So for example, should our landlords really consider who they are taking into their house due to theft? Because some people work, let's say, for example, the brother who lives next door to me, sort of works in my NGO, so he comes sometimes late. Should our landlords consider that in mind? And let's say people who work on places that are known, which are late, coming back home at late, 10, 11, they should be considered, these people who bring matzotsis inside my house.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the Totsis, if you look at the Totsis, the Totsis are somewhat calculated. They don't just attack you out of nowhere. It's like they are looking at your routine.
Okay.
So when they see that you're a person who comes at home maybe at 10 p.m., they will work towards your schedule. Your schedule. You see what I mean? So yes, I feel like landlords should consider that when they are getting new tenants, because those kinds of movements in the night where they invite criminals, they invite burglary, they invite murderers. They invite murderers. So yeah, they should consider that. But at the same time, housing for everyone.
You know what happened last year? My dad left his clothes outside. It was around 10. It was around 8. So he was from, I don't know where he was from. Okay. When he entered the house, another boy from next door was snatching the clothes.
Like you saw him snatching
my dad saw the guy snatching the clothes. So he was calling us from the house saying, I caught a boy. The boy lives next door. So when I went outside, he was next door, directly beating that boy.
Who was beating the boy?
My father. My father was whipping the boy who was stealing.
Was giving him a good hiding.
Is that okay to whip small boys who are stealing?
Yes, personally, I believe it's okay, because these boys, you don't know what they're facing at home, what makes them to go get into this business or whatever it is. But personally, I think it's lack of discipline or maybe that firm hand that that should mold that young man,
especially with the grandparents.
The grandparents, they'll be relaxing. Now they don't have that firm hand on molding these young men to going to get what they want. In a way they're getting what they want, but they should get what they want like the right way. So yes, your father was right in whipping the boy, because like he in a way is showing him that is very wrong. If you do this kind of act, this is the consequence of that act. So so if they're not getting consequences, like they'll continue. So in a way, your father he's a wise man. Wise man.
He's a too-many wise man.
Yeah, he's a too-many wise man. That's what they should do. People should be whipped so that they can stop this behavior.
Especially young kids, these young boys.
These young boys, these young boys should be molded into men, into respectful men. Now,
do you have a society? In my study of sociology, a society needs people who are thieves in order to correct the smaller generation, the upcoming generation, that such consequences come with severe punishment.
Exactly,
if you do this,
exactly.
you be severely punished.
Yes.
And
So in that way, it makes sense that way. Yeah.
Speaking about murderers,
Speaking of murderers
in Zimbabwe, we have a high-end serial killer, allegedly a serial killer, from Zimbabwe named Enmo Zwita.
Yes.
Enmo Zwita. He was suspected of committing a strings of murders and rape. And in a few months, he was of rape, murdering, attempted murderer. So was abandoned a few days ago. Allegedly, he was said to be a very smart guy.
He was a smart guy.
A very smart guy.
What happened? How did these guys turn to?
From the research that I got, he said that this guy was intelligent. So he started these petty things, petty theft, petty whatever. Then he went to jail. When he came back, he was now a murderer. He's killing, raping, and he had a wife apparently. Have you realized?
He had a wife.
Most of these murderers, they have wives. They are married.
They are married. I don't know why, but like, have you ever seen? It's the same as that thing where like you see these men who beat women, and these
they have beautiful.
They have women to beat. It's like those people, those abusive men. They have women to beat. They have the women to beat.
Yes.
Even the women who are the ones who are crazy, like they have the men. These people that are never single. I don't know why. These people are never single.
I feel like these guys have something to offer.
They have something to offer. What did that guy? Oh, he was smart, so maybe he was.
But it's from according to the news that I read, he was unemployed. If I read that correctly, he was unemployed. So I want us. Yes, we know we have poverty, and in places we have poverty, such things. We have high crime.
High crime rate, poverty, like it brings out the worst in people. People now go looking for options, looking for solutions to their poverty.
Because murdering, raping, and attempted murder is something that
how many this guy was charged with how many, like what? 12 counts of what?
12 counts.
Attempted murder.
Yes.
This guy was serious, man.
Yeah, because now I'm suspecting this is too much. It's too much.
Too much. I just feel like if you get into this thing, maybe the first one will be like the hardest, and then maybe as you go,
okay, what do you think causes such behaviors?
I don't know, my man, but like,
is this caused by trauma?
I've heard some people saying, when you're the one who studied, what did you study? Sociology. I think you should know these things.
Yeah.
When like, I don't know, like some people you see them saying, I don't know for black people, but for white people you see them saying,
trauma.
Maybe I was being beaten by my father, so I'm into drugs. And then you see some saying, my father left, so I'm into this thing. So I don't know about black people.
Especially in African society.
I don't know, maybe you are strong emotionally, or we don't show these things.
But I feel like such things are caused by some form of mental breakdown. If you look at, we have things that in the mind, such as stress, that causes a balance in the brain or a balance in the body that does not sit right when the person because if he was arrested, there's certain thing that occurred to him while he's in prison.
Things that
we don't know what he suffered in prison, or he suffered a form of abuse in prison that may have.
Not that we're defending the guy.
No.
Not
don't
that we're
defend such action, guys.
We're just trying to understand where it's all coming from.
Because I feel like these people have a sort of mental breakdown.
Wait, I've seen this like in places as in where maybe in the UK, wherever, like the people that like prisoners, they are offered like therapy, counseling, whatever. Do we have it like in Zimbabwe? Do these?
I do. Yes, we do. I remember this girl and the guy that I learned with. They were attached in prison. What do you call the prison in Blawa that high end?
Kami.
Yes, they were attached in Kami.
Oh, so they were like cool.
But I feel like sometimes these people are too smart, as we have said, they say allegedly was smart. These
yeah.
people can dodge around. I feel like it's a form of maybe childhood trauma that may have affected him, or something that happened to him in prison. And these things, I feel like mostly they affect men. It's a thing that affects men. So it's now, or it all comes to mental health.
Yeah, it's the thing I always say, Mabu. This thing I always say is like, I always say, you know, men, we don't have that outlet to show emotions, to show that we are going through a tough time. You know, it's like, as a man, you are told to be like or something like that. You know, be strong. You know, so some people, those things, when they're suppressed, I feel like when they suppress these things, they manifest, and then they come out in the worst possible ways. You know what I mean? Whereas like women very is like, you know, women yes, you know, as a woman,
it's not a woman's fault.
Yes, it's not their fault.
I know this feminists will come for us and say, no, it's not the woman's fault.
Well. It's just the society.
It's the society. It's the society's fault to make men the way they are.
Exactly.
Because as he has said, Mr. Ndlovu, that the way that men are treated, especially in African society, they are made to block everything
exposed inside, because you don't have an outlet. You know, when you start crying out and saying you are weak,
especially in Africa.
Exactly.
Cry you out.
In Africa, we have the strongest men. So where do you think it's coming from?
Because I think in order to achieve such things, we have to fix the society.
Yes.
I also consider the mental health of men.
Exactly.
Especially men who come from poor backgrounds.
Yeah, because when you're coming from that poor background, you now already people normally people know this, especially men, because we go through it. When you come from a poor household, or a poor society, like a poor environment, you already growing up as a young man, getting into that young man stage, you already have that, you know, that pressure, or what can I say? Is it pressure, or is it that, you know, that weight on your shoulders that you now have to like come up from that? No one is coming to save you. As a woman, yes, of course, you work hard as well. I'm not saying they don't work hard. You work hard, but as a woman, it's easy. It might be a little simple, because a man might come and just propose,
assist you in marriage. But for the men, it's kind of difficult.
But for a man, no one is coming to save you.
Yeah.
So you have to like, coming from that poor background, I'm wondering where
especially if you're unemployed, the pressure is on you.
You know, and then
you have this depression.
It adds up to that already existing. You know, mental whatever.
So it all comes to the pressure that the African society puts on men.
Yes. So maybe we don't know what he was going through his head, but already of course what he did was fuck. It was bad. It was wrong. Shit was wrong. He deserves what he's coming for. But then at the same time we have to address like
the matter at hand.
The matter at hand, because it will continue happening.
If you only address what he did and not address the cause of
we're not doing justice. We're not doing justice. Of course, allegedly, don't know what caused it. We don't know what happened. But like, we don't want to see a recurring
incidents in our country, because the abuse of women is too much.
It's too much.
It's too much. We have to know what causes these things, especially in men. Try to avoid, especially
these situations.
We have to talk. Especially, I plead with the NGOs, with the organization, guys, NGOs, wherever you're watching from, please make an effort to conduct mental health issues on a daily basis, on a weekly, monthly, yearly, in Zimbabwe, in the African society, nationwide, Africa-wide. I don't care where you are, but these men are going through a lot. That's why we have men attacking women. That's why we have men doing ABCD, raping, murdering, suicide, everything, because these things need to be dealt with. We cannot deal with the abuse only, but we have to deal with the root cause.
The root cause of it. Amen.
Yes. So back to going to the international waters, guys. International waters.
Mr. Man.
You know, I love this guy, Donald.
I love him too, man. I love that guy, man. You know,
Donald he has apprehended the Venezuela's
The president,
Mr. Nicolas Maduro. Yes, Nicolas Maduro.
Yeah.
You know, I'm out of word, guys.
No, yes, we don't know what this guy is like. What's their end goal, man? You know, because these guys, they have agendas, you know, like
Mr. Andrew, what do you think? Okay, yes, we know he says he was
of course, allegedly, yes,
allegedly. He allegedly said because he is pushing drugs, cocaine into his country.
Yes.
He's bringing gangs, he's bringing violence, he's doing APC into his country. He thinks he's the boss, he thinks he's the OG. He thinks
he needs to be chopped down the size.
Chopped down.
I mean? Yeah,
so I want to ask you, Mr. Andrew, what do you think is the end goal of Trump? Is it really to stop the drugs, as he says?
You know, this is like two-sided, man. You know, like with Trump, you know, anything is possible. That guy is, you know, with Trump, anything is possible. But like the guy, you know, is like, I know the people they were asking for their president to be dealt with.
But you don't think that's funny if a country celebrates a downfall of a president?
No, I know it might be funny, but at the same time, you have to understand what was that government per se. What was it
because
doing?
Since he was in power, allegedly from 2014.
From 2014,
yeah.
So it was like almost similar to
similar to a certain country.
To a certain country.
And also, inflation skyrocketed in about 100 and something percent. It was very high.
So it was long overdue for this guy.
The inflation before the sanctions came in.
Okay.
After the sanctions came in, I think it went to 300 and something percent.
Yeah, you went.
So I do understand, but my question is Mr. Trump lawful in arresting a president or in capturing a president?
From what I've seen, from what I've heard, from what I've gathered, Trump did not necessarily go through the proper channels. There was no like gathering of countries to say, you know what, no, is like a sort of organization or whatever. Let's do this. Exactly. There was no like, guys, let's do this. This guy's not whatever. So it was like a one-man show. We did that like so. Of course, like in doing that alone, I don't think that was like lawful. That was proper. That was lawful.
I think these things have channels because I think national, what's it called, United Nations.
They have to be involved because you cannot go around just capturing presidents like
because I think that's the job of the body.
Yes, they have to sit exactly. They have to sit down.
Those guys are the law. Those guys are the law. I feel like, but you know what's funny? China said the United States of America is not a law, is not a court to arrest such things. But what funny is, China also wanted to invade Taiwan. So someone wants to benefit from that situation.
And
China is benefiting from Venezuela in oil.
Yes.
So
we all know that
this
China
thing,
and
this thing is all about the business.
The business.
It's all about the
because did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said when he was asked, what are you going to do with it? I think they said they confiscated like 1.3 million barrels of oil.
Yeah.
And did you hear what he said when they asked him, what are you going to do with the oil?
No.
He said, we're going to keep it. I was like, we're going to keep it. And
because let's be honest, besides the money, what does the United States of America have to offer?
Nothing. It was a business opportunity. It was a gap
because
that was there.
Do know that they are running the country right now.
Yes, I heard that there was this woman who was Rodriguez. What's her name?
The vice president.
Exactly. She was sworn in. Obviously.
Yeah, she was sworn in.
And immediately when she was sworn in, she made a statement saying that she is going to work with Donald Trump with the US.
She did.
So probably, I don't know. I'm not saying anything, but like the way she has like it's like China has been like completely
wiped out.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like this is just a way United States of America to block China from getting the resources that they need.
Yes,
it's now Trump wants to make a business deal with oil. He wants to ensure he gets oil from somewhere.
Yeah.
Because China was getting the oil from the biggest guys.
Now he has more that's coming. He doesn't need to go to the big guys anymore.
So now China is cut off from oil. He's cutting his enemy from the oil. So somehow he's blocking channels for his enemy. He is getting those resources from the enemy's hands to himself. So I feel like
it was a power move, bro.
That was a power move, bro. But I feel like somehow colonization will kill somehow.
I know, yeah. There's people there. I don't know if they see, but of course, obviously they see. Like they're now like the United States has colonized them.
Yeah, because you don't. You know what puzzles me? How do you run someone else's country?
Trump is going to show us. We're going to see from him.
Because this, to me, is colonization.
It is colonization. It is, but like, who are we to say anything? Like it is, But anyways, it was a power move. Trump did, like obviously, if I was Trump, I would have done the same thing. If I was Trump, I would have done the same thing. But
should because Colombia, I apparently said Colombia is next.
Yeah, because Colombia actually was already having problems with Colombia. That guy, I remember when I said that guy, that
Petro. Exactly. He said he's making fun. He's doing it as a factory of cocaine. He thinks he's the guy.
Exactly.
So Colombia is. So these countries should be afraid.
They are. They should be afraid. They should be afraid because Trump is making moves, boys. It's I was like, we're keeping the oil. Keeping it, keeping the barrels. We're also keeping the boats. Taking everything
because Trump actually destroyed some boats with people and
from was it last year?
Yeah,
he was. What was it? What ocean was that? I'm not sure.
The Pacific, I think.
Was it Pacific? Yeah, that's the route that was being used to traffic drugs. So any boat that was seen there, he was.
But isn't that terror killing?
I know it wasn't killing because like he said he told them, he gave them grace period. It was like after this date, or it was like he gave them a notice. Which from now on, if I see any boat coming here, we're torching it.
That ocean is not his ocean.
It's not his, but who's going to contest Trump? So Russia is busy.
Russia is busy.
Russia is busy.
Yeah,
who's going to contest Trump? It's like he's the man right now. Right?
So Trump is being a dictator. Is he? Is Trump being a dictator somehow?
In a way, you can say.
Or is he being?
He's being an opportunist.
Is he leading to Mussolini and Hitler in the behavior, not being
modern day? Yeah.
Not being the worst person.
Yeah, not being like, the traits like this, it's showing their signs like
of wanting to be a superpower.
Exactly. This is his last term, and you cannot run after this.
Yeah, this is his last
term. So obviously, when he was bound to make moves. He was bound to do something. So
we really do have to fear for our lives the Trump administration because anything wrong,
Baba. Sanctioned. After sanctioning, you are bombed.
Anything wrong.
Your presidents are being,
watch 24/7. But before we end the show, I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
Do you know this guy from Israel? What's his name? The president of Israel. What's his called? I forgot his name. Can you search the president of Israel for me?
President of Israel.
Yeah, I forget his name.
What is he doing? He's making power moves as well.
He was fighting. Just check before end the show. Bombing Israel. These things were bombing each other. Israel were bombing each other. So it seemed it seemed like Netanyahu was the aggressor.
Okay.
So, but now Netanyahu was tried to be friends with Trump. So now someone said, why is Netanyahu not being captured? Why this
the Venezuelan guy was like,
being captured?
Yes. No, because Netanyahu has nothing to offer the United States. Trump was going no, look at it like this. What did the United States want from Venezuela?
Oil.
The United States are making killing of oil. Yeah.
But Israel does have oil. I think maybe what we can say is the amount of cost that comes with the resource. Because taking oil from Israel to America, it will be costly. You have to pass other countries that have issues with what?
With the
USA. So I think
it was very easy for him to take
from Venezuela because Venezuela is in America. It's in America. So I think it's who has the resources, who has the nearest resources, who has the least cost of resources.
Did you say that guy also tried to make friends with Trump?
Yeah.
No, that's another thing.
But now the issue is Trump has failed, as he said this last year, that he wants to end the Russian-Ukraine war, which he has failed.
No, you know why it's going to fail? Because let's be honest, Trump and Russia, obviously, Trump and Putin,
they're not friends.
They're not friends.
Okay.
There are two people who are waiting for the other to strike.
So it's just a waiting game.
He obviously is going to have to support who? Ukraine. But at the same time, if he supports Ukraine, that means he's giving, what's that country where is it? Northern Korea or something?
South Korea.
Kim.
South Korea.
It's South Korea.
Yeah, South Korea.
Kim. That guy Kim hates Trump. He's waiting for Trump to interfere in that war so he can attack. Did you see that missile he made? That missile that they developed, that they flew it over. Exactly. That was a warning to Trump. Would do anything here, and we are ready to attack you.
So do you know what's funny? Before the capture of Nicolas Maduro, he was hosting Chinese guys.
Trump.
No, Nicolas Maduro,
the
Venezuela president. He was hosting a few Chinese delegates.
They were getting closer to the oil deal. They were becoming friends. It was not an ideal situation for Trump.
So this is just an oil business.
It's an oil business.
It's just a business.
It's just a business transaction that is just happening.
Who has the biggest balls?
Who has the biggest balls? Who's going to do something? Money? Exactly. Who has the biggest backing power? It's Trump. What are we going to do about it? What are they going to do about it? Nothing.
So I want to ask you before we end. Last question. Who really has to strike first? Does Trump need to strike first, or does the other guys need to strike first in order to spark this war? Because a war is inevitable.
Yeah, it is.
So who needs to strike first? Who do you think will strike first in order to flame up this war?
I think the Asian guys will strike first. Why? Yes, because Trump is at a disadvantage.
Yeah,
Trump's terms are ending. His term is ending. So when he's out of power, the United States will
remember Trump was sworn in last year, bro.
No, I'm saying like within these, how many years is it? 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
Term out.
Yeah, 4 years.
He's left with how many? 3.
No,
2.
He's left with 4. 5 years into power. I think so.
Yeah, I think he's left with 2.
Okay. Yeah.
I think because he was like, I think he's left with 2. If not 1, it's 2 years.
Yeah.
So now it's just a waiting game. If Trump goes out of power and then maybe a week later someone who has the balls to do anything comes up, they will just look for. It's now a waiting game for opportunity. Because now the people in power, they are not as aggressive as Trump.
Do you think Trump will just leave the seat like that?
No, we don't know with Trump. No, we don't know with Trump. There might be a last-minute rule that will be developed, or a law that can be made for Trump to come back to power. Because I don't believe Trump is the guy to just let power go like that. But now he's getting old, Trump. It's like
he has to settle down.
I think he's turning 80 this year or something.
He has to settle down.
So he's getting old. He's getting old.
He should not be. I was reading. He should not be like the African leaders, because do you know the age gap between the minimum age of Africans and the minimum age of leaders? It's more than.
It's too much.
It's about 60. It's a 60-year gap.
It's too much. It's too much.
Youngest to the minimum age in Africa is around 17, 18, 19, 20, and then those guys are like 80. So it's about
it's like
40-year gap.
60. Someone over 60.
60-year gap.
Someone
so Trump has to not
He has to not lead by not follow the country. We're not
gonna talk about. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. We shared our thoughts. I hope you're gonna share your thoughts with us under the comment section. It's Titji-Talks. We may never know what may happen tomorrow. Tomorrow, Trump might bomb Colombia.
Might we never know.
Might bomb China. Might be here not using our iPhones anymore. We may never know. We may never use made in China things anymore in next coming. But guys, thank you. Share your thoughts with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe. We'll come back again with me, Mr. Ndovo, and we'll bring another guest for you next time. Thank you for watching. Sharp guys.